Okay, good day everybody. This is the ASM Twins FS. So for yesterday we were talking about the indices that we'll be buying. So we waited for a while and we observed that the price literally came down for yesterday. Okay, this is the point we left the market yesterday at this area. This is where we exit the market for yesterday, and what price did? Price came down to this area, medicating this other block here. So this area, this was where we waited again for another confirmation. So today the trade idea was we trade only the New York session, which is in the afternoon from 1 o'clock, which is 1 p.m. upward. So we waited for a nice pattern to form and the market to give us a nice push up to the upside. So today was NFP, which is not farm payroll, and this was why we entered the trade. This pattern, you can see it, this pattern here, that is it, the 3B pattern. So we waited for this 3B pattern to form, then we waited for a nice push up a little bit, then the reversal, which is the coming back of it to that main 3B pattern. That's when we entered the trade, and you can see the trade literally hit our TP, but I closed early because I was a kind of like, will I hold this thing? Like yesterday, you see it, after running about 180 pip to 90 pip, almost 200 pip, the market came down. So today the market literally hit our TP and even beyond, and now it's still going to the upside. So the reset high for Nass is 29,195. so it's aiming at a new recent high, which is the new high record of 29,400. but for today and for next week, so for next week we'll be expecting the market to give us this kind of consolidation, maybe after going up a bit, to give us a nice retracement to the downside, even to this area, or it can decide to change. The market will change. The market is irrational. So when you are on the right side, it means you are on the right side. So that is that. Let's look at our S&P 500, not AUD. S&P 500. So the S&P 500, I enter a position around, let me say 5, after a loss on my AUD. So this is the position. You can see it. Price literally came to this area, then price is now making, price has made another break of structure to the upside. Let me mark it, a break of structure with what? With 3B pattern. So the 3B pattern is what made me to enter this trade. That is the only confirmation I need for me to jump into this kind of trade, and you will see this trade will literally move well. But maybe for today I'll be holding it till 9 o'clock. Once 9 o'clock I will exit this trade, because holding trade over the week is like, let me say, the market always tends to jump. If the market move up a little bit like this, let me say like this, if the market goes up a bit for Monday opening, the market might jump down before it start coming up, which means it will take every liquidity at this area, every buying holding, everyone that is buying holding their position at this area, because price will always make a retracement after a break of structure to the upside. So be expecting price to come down a little bit. So I'll be holding this trade till 9. That is all for the S&P 500. You can see it, first trade ever that I've made on it for this week. So Nass was the only pair I have been trading since on Wednesday. Yeah, since on Wednesday. US 30 is making consolidation, and is going to the downside. So for US30, we are still expecting price to come down. So if US30 is coming down, and remember US30 has not made any valid break of structure to the upside, so this area is form of consolidation, so we have to wait for a nice impulsive candle. So for US30, I will still be expecting price to come to this area. If at all price should respect this area, we continue our buys. But if price should break above this other block, we continue our buys. So all what we need is price should break above this zone with a very nice candle body closing above it and a very nice push up, so that will give us a sure view of our trend. So for DSY, my DSY is still on bearish and I'm on sell on DSY, while Nasdaq is still buying, Nvidia is still buying. So if Nvidia is going to the upside, definitely the indices is going to the upside. That is that. So if Nvidia is buying, the indices are buying. If Nvidia is buying, the indices are buying. So you just have to follow the trend. For now, Nass is really making highs. Remember what Trump said? He said by the end of his tenure, he made sure that the US30 will hit 100k, and now US30 is around 49 to 50,000. So the next move of the next move of US30 will be very mighty than even Nasdaq. So if Nasdaq is going up, US30 is expected to go up as well. So for Nvidia, we are still on bullish on Nvidia. We are still bullish on our indices. You can see it. Nvidia is moving up very well. So let me say, is not yet a break of structure. This is just a liquidity grab. So we are expecting a break of structure before we think of selling. If price break above this area, we expect price to make a retracement. Then those time of period, the indices will be making a retracement as well. So the market is your friend. This was the trade that took me out for today. AUD Y is very volatile now. It needs a lot of money because the account I used to enter was very small. So, and you can see the price. I was expecting price to break above this area with a very nice body candle closing above it before I enter, but based on the rejection of the candle from the downside to the upside, I was convinced, but my stop loss was very tight. So this trade was a very nice trade, but my entry point was wrong. So that is that. So let's go to our Meta 5 and see. This is the Meta 5. These are Meta 5. This is the trade. It's very ugly. I will close out. This is the history. Let's go over to last week. Very profit on our furtherness. Let's see something. How many trade for the week? I'm sure is for the week. How many trade for the week? That is 1 2 3 4 5 6 trade. How many wins? 1 2 3 wins, and the 3 wins is more bigger than the loss. So that is it. Trading is just all about patience. Trading is just all about patience and time. So that is all for today. Thank you and God bless you.